What about Stellaris? This is a galactic domination strategy game. Just a quick run through here for you. Obviously, you get to decide which species you want to be, and various factors about those species, type of governments, whether or not they're pro-slavery, that sort of thing. So you start off with one system, and then you kind of start to expand your empire via colony ships, taking over planets from your enemy. Now, as it happens, I made these guys the Imperium of Man. A little bit of a throwback to 40k. Yeah, so I was all about my gene troopers and my psychic warp drives. The various tech trees, they're pretty deep, but I feel that they could be deeper. I feel that the tech tree side of things could go on. I mean, after a while, you're just simply researching more technologies of the same type, just kind of stacks them up into, infinitely. Basically better armor and whatnot. Various effects from weapons and stuff kind of seems a little bit samey at times. Early on, tactically, I have to say, the game is a lot of fun when you still have corvettes and destroyers, and you kind of build your fleets up in that way. It does allow for a range of tactics, but end game, it does tend to lean towards who's got the most battleships and who has the best weapons. As it happens, you have fleet crises that you can have happen to the galaxy that you're in during the game. You get the artificial intelligence uprising. You get the crazy brood war style Zerg queen things that come through, mess up planets, and you get these guys, the Unbidden. Now, I mean, something came up, or something like 100 years ago came up, that these guys had arrived. I mean, it was so far away from me, there wasn't much that I could do. In the meantime, I did make friends with this Cycladi Confederacy, the Bothan Empire to the top, the north of me there. They were getting pretty stressful on my case, and obviously the Unbidden, my main fear is that we need to be ready to fight them. But I mean, these guys, as I built up my fleets, these guys decided that I was being hostile, so I started to get real diplomatic issues at this point. I mean, ultimately, I kind of had to build up a fleet and just kind of try and go for it. I did sort of kind of like make some other fleets, like were 26,000 or something. They got wiped out in short order. Even this fleet won't make it back. It's a sort of last chance gamble against the Unbidden there. Now, like I say, I was friendly with all of my neighbours, and I didn't actually conquer anyone's worlds with armies until late game. I didn't really know how to do it. There's an awful lot in the game as far as options and ways and places that you can go, but it doesn't really change the overall gameplay. Also, these Unbidden guys, once I managed to actually take out their rift, I started to take over their worlds as well. I needed to build up these guys down here, the weak-looking guys. I needed to go to war with them, because as soon as I went on those orange guys, the Nar homeworlds, the entire top hemisphere of the galaxy turned on me. Like, I was in alliances, and it was just like a screen of alliance shifts and changes as as things started to unfold. So I immediately moved down here, and I mean, it was just a case of rapidly firing out, sending a fleet and taking out the defences, and then being able to just go out and survey and conquer as well. So there's nothing fancy about it. The computer obviously has difficulties with their setup, the way the Unbidden build their defences, but it wasn't an issue for me based on my technology, etc. As you can see as well, there's all these white bits. Those are the sectors. Each sector has a governor and so many planets within it. Now, once you put a planet into a sector, you lose the resources from that planet basically. Like you can take up to 75% of them back through your sector control, but it's, you know, it pretty much is curtains for that planet. I mean, you can use influence to retake it back, but it's really important if you're planning on putting specific types of resources, like space bases. You've got options to build stuff there, and if you need a specific resource, you need to make sure it's in the sector in order for you to be able to utilize it. Stellaris Empire, they decided to get a little bit aggressive with me. I find a loophole. Like if you look at the treaties, it's really important late game. Yeah, it's really important late game that you look at the treaties. So the Betharian Empire, like I say, they really mess with my shit. I needed to suppress them. Kept attacking me. So it's my leader, Anja Becker, 617. I don't know what the hell's with that, like, budget screen here. I mean, it does kind of show you up the top there, edicts. Didn't use any edicts at all, really. Not many, like, real issue population-wise. Just went with, you know, I wasn't really bothered. Whoever is the best for the job is the best for the job. So, soldiers, governors, etc. So near the end of the game there, like I had 13 of 17 planets, and then all of these were under my own control, and all of these governors here, each sector, its own focus, etc. My leadership, it's really difficult to stay on top with your influence as your empire expands. You need to make kind of certain sacrifices, etc. One interesting thing here, this governor is 5.1, and I've got my scientist here 714. I'm disappointed that they never get any more skill points. And factions, quite a lot of the people who were unhappy with me, none of them want any support, of course, but plenty of factions otherwise. Diplomatics, ship designer, situation log, lots of debris that you want to check out, progress on domination victory complete. Yeah, I mean, conquest victories for another day. This is kind of like boring, pushing out the last of each empire. So, battleships more or less. As the game, like I say, gets to end game, your small fleets, which were kind of stock. So, yeah, so that is Stellaris.